Hello and welcome to my review of Mystery Science Theater 3000 the movie, requested by electricmastro. I'm sorry that this review will only be audio, because I can't seem to find any media on this movie, like pictures or video. And I sincerely apologize about that. And I also apologize about having this up so late. I just had a hard time getting my hands on the DVD. If you want to request a review, comment on this video, send me a personal message, but you have to be subscribed to this channel. The quote-unquote plot of this movie is that a smart-ass guy and a couple smart-ass robots are in space, for some reason, with this scientist experimenting on them with all these bad movies, trying to break their will and eventually take over the world by having people watch bad 50s movies. Yeah. And he thinks he's finally got the one that's going to destroy their will, this island Earth. Horrible, and I mean horrible, 1950s alien film. If there's anything I love to do more than watching movies, it's making fun of them. I love to make fun of movies. It's one of my favorite things to do after watching a movie. I mean, it's just so much fun. So, I've never watched the show for this, because I wasn't alive when it came out. So I kind of am disconnected from this, and I thought, hey, I mean, they're heckling old science fiction movies. What can go wrong? I didn't know it was going to be like Sesame Street if all the characters were smartasses. I usually break my reviews up into 4 categories: the plot, the visual effects / action, the acting, and the directing. But none of those are present in this. This is one of the most bland, nothing films I've seen in quite some time. This is one of the most nothing films I've seen in a long, long time. This movie is nothing more than a series of hipsters who feel they're all funny, making comments on this movie that's not even a gold mine's worth of material. There's a couple decent moments in here where one of them will occasionally crack a funny line, but this movie isn't something that is that amazingly bad, even though it is really bad, to make fun of, and I'm surprised they even chose that to make the big theatrical released movie. And second, these guys aren't freaking funny. All they do is make these little comments here and there that are just so random and snide. They're occasionally funny, but this movie loses all its steam in the first 10 minutes. I don't get why these guys have decided to make they've made a 70-minute movie feel like 2.5 hours. This movie feels unbearably long, even though it's one of the shortest films I've ever seen. I know electricmastro probably requested this because he's a fan of the show in some respect, and I can totally agree and understand with that. But this was just awful. I mean, this is one of the most stretched out TV adaptations to a movie that I've ever seen in my life. And it was just horrible. And while it is occasionally funny, it doesn't nearly make up for all the film's shortcomings. And the fact that it's just a stretched out episode of what should be a 5-minute Saturday Night Live skit. So I give Mystery Science Theater 3000 the movie, and I did not need to see that